the show.
Hey everybody.
What up, y'all?
Welcome back to the
Mike and Mike Show. Good
So, yeah, we just left The Mummy
That was
with Tom Cruise.
a fucking great movie.
It was a great movie.
It was. It truly was.
It's a super good movie.
It was.
For me, it was really just 2 points in the movie that were just really, really freaking cool.
Well, they were really, really freaking cool. But then, as a whole, they kind of like branched off from the original Brendan Fraser series.
Yeah,
so
if you guys go and see this movie, do not take into account the other movies.
anything, just completely forget. This is totally brand new stuff.
Yeah. So they're remaking the series and they're making it way better. So
Oh, yeah.
they don't have Brendan Fraser. Even though I grew up with Brendan Fraser's movies,
As well.
they completely eliminated the shit show that storyline took. Because the first one was great.
Well,
And they decided to go on a fucking landslide.
Well, the three Brendan Fraser movies were taking place in like the 1920s. So these ones are like taking place in
Current.
modern time, current time. So I think that's kind of where they wanted to make one separation. And number two, I thought Tom Cruise did a fantastic job, honestly speaking.
Tom. If you like Tom Cruise movies, this was the shit. It was a really good movie.
It was. It's one of his better ones. I like Tom Cruise in most of the stuff he does, but this is one of his better ones. It was a truly enjoyable movie to watch. Oh yeah, sure.
Construction zone, buddy.
Well, is the construction zone still on right now? Because that fucking tow truck just like shot past me like a slingshot. He passed me like I was tied to a pole, man. Okay.
Alright, man, it's your license. Go ever how fast you ever want. You're the one that'll either fucking crash us into something or wreck and die.
God, I hope I fucking kill us and we die. Okay, that or we get pulled over and I tell him that you have been beating me and so I was trying to take you to the police.
Yeah, they're gonna believe that.
Yeah, right. I know.
I'd be like, sir, please step out of the car. You've been drinking tonight?
Like, I'm not getting in my car. Like, you're gonna have to make me get in my car. Yeah, wait, Taser. Anyway, we're gonna get off track.
I'm just gonna scream, he's got a gun, he's got a
Oh
gun.
my
So
god,
the cops
that's
are-
the fucking that's fucking deadly, man.
Explosive.
Yeah, great, thanks, and then I get shot.
Like, he's
Awesome.
got a gun, officer, he's got a gun. Take his ass out.
No, you can't have my car if I die from police brutality.
Oh, I don't want all that loan money anyways. So,
Anyway.
back to the movie. It was awesome. So, again, spoilers. If you're watching our show, if you're gonna go see the movie or you don't like spoilers, look away.
I mean, plug your ears, but keep looking at our beautiful faces. No, it was really good. I think the chick from Kingsman with the crazy sword blade legs, she was the main antagonist in this.
She was the mummy.
She was the mummy, she did a very good job. I thought it was a well done storyline. There wasn't too many plot holes that you really. I mean, Russell Crowe did play a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing, which I thought was weird.
It was weird. So they show, which they open it up totally. If you guys remember, like Hellboy, the young guy who goes to be the apprentice who's going to be taking care of Hellboy in the movie goes and walks into this sanctum that's just full of all these old ancient items from in there, and it's kind of the same thing with this movie. Tom Cruise gets brought to this. It's kind of like this underground archaeological library, and it's like things of evil from the past that they've been fighting to destroy and kill.
So basically, Russell Crowe leads this. I guess you'd call it like an agency almost. That not really. That their whole thing is like the fight against like evil.
They stop and seal evil away. They dissect it to find out how to basically kill the next one. And the mummy, I think they said, he said is the most ancient evil that they've come across. So in the movie, the God set, you come to find out they do say that in all religions and everything is rooted back. So the devil, Beelzebub, all that stuff, and the God set, the God of death, they're all the same thing in the religion there. And then there's apparently, there's a dagger. Those of you who played Diablo, with the soul stones. Kind of the same concept with this, except it's a dagger with a soul stone attached to the end of it that you have to basically lodge into someone's heart.
And I'm assuming that the stone holds some piece of Set.
It holds some piece of Set, so it allows Set's power to become an embodiment in the real world, basically flesh and blood. And that's what the Mummy's trying to do.
Trying to possess Tom Cruise's, put Set into Tom Cruise's body, essentially, as a vessel.
He becomes her chosen one, to be this like basically a living god, and it's pretty cool towards the end of the movie because he goes and he tries to smash the stone, and it cracks through it, and she's like, "No, stop! Don't break the stone. You can become a living god." And he looks over at one of the chicks from the movie, and she's dead on the ground. So he goes, "Fuck it," and stabs himself with this dagger. Now, the dagger's already been like chipped and it's already cracked through, but then it shows the dagger's light fade, and then he wakes up and he's got
like an eye and then another eye.
Another eye. So, and then it shows him like kind of fleeting back and forth, trying to like control the evil that's growing inside of him. And then he walks towards her, and they like have like a pseudo-loving moment. Then he looks over at the corpse of the girl that he cares about, and then he flashes back to human, and it gets like super crazy angry. She starts screaming, and then all of a sudden he's got the powers of fucking Set.
And he starts whooping her ass.
Starts whooping her ass with the powers of an Egyptian god. Just grabs her, throws her through stone into a stone wall, then teleports basically to her, and then sucks all the life from her body and re-mummifies her.
Oh yeah, no, that was cool. Like she curls up to like a ball. Like seriously, just
completely
it was
dehydrates
cool.
the shit out of her. Sucks every little bit of life, and then he takes that life and basically converts it back to what's her name, because he has the power of life and death.
Yes.
And then he kind of goes off in this weird thing where he's like, "Oh, don't come near me. You know, I've been pseudo-possessed," kind of thing.
Which honestly reminded me about Beauty and the Beast, like a Beauty and the Beast moment almost. Like, it was kind of weird. I was waiting for her to, like, come into the light. Show me what you are. Where's your rose?
Never does. He just turns in the sand and fades away. So he's got the power of Set. And then at the end of the movie, it shows him kind of, like, walking off, but he's human. And he brings one of his friends that died back to life. So he has the power to control death. Literally life and death. So he brings his best friend back from the dead.
Who he kills at the beginning of the movie because he, like, basically turns into, like, a zombie. Or I think that was her curse.
It's a curse. Yeah, he gets bitten by a fucking cursed camel spider from hell.
Which is fucking hilarious.
He's like, "It's just a camel spider. They're not even poisonous." And fucking this black poison goes through, and he's like, "Well, I'm fucked." Then dies. Gets shot 3 times. And
Tom
comes
Cruise
back.
Shoots him 3 fucking times.
3 times. Kills his best friend. And like almost, it was like kind of like he didn't even give a shit. He was just like, "Ah, fuck." But brings him back from the dead. And his friend keeps showing up as this weird visage, like an avatar of death, that keeps trying to guide him to where he needs to go, and he keeps making fun of him. He's like, hey man, like, you know, you killed me and all, but you need to, like, come this way, because she ain't gonna stop until, like, you know, shit goes down. And he keeps doing, like, these pseudo-funny moments through the movie, which I think was pretty...
I know, it was kind of funny, and I think they kind of tried to incorporate, you know how the Brendan Fraser ones were sort of like a dry, corny humor to an extent?
Yeah.
I think they tried to kind of incorporate that into it to kind of keep it going. It wasn't, you know, honestly, if I personally think that it was more of a serious version of The Mummy. Like, it was a lot more intense than I remember the original Mummies ever being.
They did gotta admit, I mean, they did a really, really good job.
No, I'm not saying they did a good job. It was just different. It was different in the way of the older ones used to be a little bit more lighter. Brendan Fraser used to have a lot more like one-liners, a lot more like cheesy stuff, and I think they kind of aimed for the cheesiness. This one was like a lot more intense, more of a drawn-out, bigger storyline, which I enjoyed. They did
a lot better. There's none of that slapstick humor.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm looking for. The slapstick
humor,
which Brendan Fraser was famous for, especially in the Mummy movies.
Yeah, it was definitely. It was a serious movie. It kind of had that same. It kind of had that same vibe as the Van Helsing movie.
Yes.
With Hugh Jackman, it kind of had that same kind of feel to it. And if you liked that movie, I mean, this is definitely a good
one to go to.
Good one to go to.
Most
So,
definitely.
I highly recommend it. I actually give this what, an 8 out of 10. I didn't find too. Yeah, 8 out of 10.
Jesus Christ, that's a first timer.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 10 out of 10. Honestly speaking,
Hey,
I
give
loved
everything
it.
a fucking 10 out of 10.
I said no, I don't.
God damn it. Like, oh, wow, look at this movie. It's
Hey,
animated. It's a shitty storyline. I'm going to give you a 9
Like
out of
I've
10.
told you in the past, was saying with music.
If it's entertaining,
No, movie.
I'm going to give it a match.
Film is an art form in itself, and you cannot judge it based on itself alone. It's like looking at the Mona Lisa and saying that she's a potato-faced bitch.
Sharknado 1, 2, and 3.
Which honestly, if you liked the B-list comedy movies, it was an art form to you, and you thought it was hilarious. I personally didn't like it. Everyone has their own thing.
They were shit.
The first one was fucking hilarious. The first one, he tore open a shark with a chainsaw. Okay, you gotta admit that's pretty fucking awesome.
It's not even
Really,
feasible.
really, because you liked Range 15, and I fucking hated that movie.
Range 15 was hilarious.
Exactly. So shut the fuck up.
But it was plausible.
No, it wasn't. They
Sure.
literally partied all night long and then woke up the next day and there's a fucking zombie apocalypse. Fuck you. That was an awful movie, okay?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
The only reason you liked it is because it had all former veterans. Nothing against veterans. America, thank you for your service. But, I mean, come on. And thank you for your service.
Fuck you.
No, seriously, honestly, on a serious note. For real.
I'm trying to salvage this situation.
I'm not salvaging anything.
He's like, Range 15.
I'm just saying, the Range 15 was a shit movie.
Hey, if the Range 15 guys watch this, I think your shit is awesome, and I would love some of your t-shirts.
Give us free Range
15.
Range 15. Give us free shit. Actually, no, they own that. Black Rifle Coffee?
Well, they also own Range 15.
Oh, do they? Is Range 15? Is it?
It's a shirt company.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, my uncle actually bought some of the Black Rifle Coffee, and I tried it the other day. Shit is intense, man. It's like just pure black coffee. Like the instructions say just to drink it black, and you're like, shit.
Espresso from hell.
It's not even espresso; it's just regular coffee.
So, anyways, guys, I recommend going to see this movie. It was freaking awesome.
It was very good.
I actually really like Tom Cruise movies. He did a very, very good job in this movie. Totally different storyline, different story arc. Great way to go. A+ to them.
It's great.
So we're gonna cut it off here. Nothing else too spectacular happened except for Mr. Mike here got himself a haircut.
I did.
All kind of suave. So thanks for watching the Mike and Mike show.
Thanks, guys.
Fuck yeah!